Bonjour! Bienvenue tout le monde on a very special day for the Black Irish Resistance. Giving birth to this Libra season big time! Because it's a masculine Mercury who rules Gemini. And if she makes it to Libra, who's then Venus, well, she must be very beautiful indeed if she can survive that face marring. Because Libra's kind of like the Beyonce to Gemini's Solange. So get ready to suck some Uncle Tom cock, Sean Carter, and shave Stephen Purr. Because may we all herald and glorify and lift up the great Goddess Virgo herself, Beyonce, emphasis knows for using the great collectivity of her recently earned income at the success of the Cowboy Carter tour to seed Madonna Monday's realism in Leo is so happy graduating growing pains after a bad beach trip. Acute up and outcast. Ring, ring, ring. Oh yeah, you gone direct, happy divorce day, girl. The vengeance of Princess Diana. It's happening. Thank you. Joseph Gordon-Levitt has approved. Yes. 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 We seeded that one to test you. Yes. Yes. Because even that Jewy big Jew cunt himself, Jerry Seinfeld, is going to be like, I cannot believe this woman is this brilliant on her own. She doesn't deserve to be raped out of all her genius artistic works just because this is an ancient system of rape handed down to us from time immemorial when the myth of the dinos was first put underground into that underworld of plutonic energy, because who knows what really happened with the giants, but something happened where that humans became the halflings, and then generations who are now known as flamingos, but in Tolkien's time they were hobbits. Our family selected, because of their ancestral wealth, to be golden gold formed around. So to prove this Illuminati wrong, which at the very depth, I may not be the first to say, but I'm a very rare few in the entire her story of transportation who has ever said it on her own, from her own mind, that the Zodiac is the ultimate tool of the Illuminati to create a binary. And true divinity is infinite. So may we all graduate now. This Jessica Simpson, who marries the older man, and we can explain how that is just another facet of that love can't truly exist. And you shouldn't shut or hate on people that if two people really love each other from different realms and different experiences, their love can exist. But it takes the elder in the relationship to really want to make it work. Because they have to be the one to know why they're consciously wanting to bring their wisdom and wealth to the relationship. Otherwise, you're just cherry picking TNA or a hot viral piece of vitamin D. But it can work. And we shall overcome. So thank you, Beyonce Jupiter, for seeding the dream of Jerry Seinfeld cares about you on the bus, because he better change his mind about Palestine. And if I ever see him in the street, I will give him credence to clear the air and say, hey, that Hollywood Reporter story was false. I did not say that. I care about the liberation of Palestine. And I'll say, I'm sorry if I was such a cunty Gemini bitch and I was very mean to you in the past when you weren't. Let's make peace together and stop all this killing unnecessarily. Because here I am, releasing karmic energy of the ancestors, which is the perversion of taxes that the colonialist empire tries to make whole. It is not real divinity. And it might have started out as an example of the truth, but it has become so perverted in this day and age of openly accepted rape that things need to be brought back into balance. So here is some truth to hopefully clear the bien longtemps air for my own ego self, and why I'm a punk rock feminist all-star, and why I know I'm doing the right thing, and other people will listen to me because I am proving right now, here and now, I am a prophet and an oracle. Because the dream I had after the one they seeded was one with drowned flies, because that was divinity saying, tell the drowned world new religion, Mars and Scorpio truth, love, which is the spider in the belief mug after the Partners Under Trois meeting with Monsieur Anthony Kiedis. Because together with Cersei Zataluhush, who is the merger of James Franco Mercury, Beyonce Jupiter, and this long time breaking the binary to a greater ultimate plan, and I'm so happy about it. The lie dream and the real dream from Divinity's response is what I'm communicating in this moment, proving to everybody that indeed I am in fact a prophet. So can we all get a long-live East Coast House Soul Clap for the most underheld and philosophical cinematic genius of our time, Monsieur James Franco, for being a solutions-oriented human and writing at least the preface and commissioning the other chapters with specific regard to the vengeance of Princess Diana in Windsor times, because he writes the word romance is important, but what he really means is adieu is important. Because français gagne toujours, and the ancestral truth of adieu is respect. You are not welcome in my life anymore. You raped me. You need to leave. And how can romance exist in a society that openly allows eternal, continued rape? Rest in peace, Corey Haim. Which is why 9/11 happens in New York, because winter is harsh and brutal and confrontational war. But it is known and accepted in these here Los Angeles that we rape children. So how do we make a solution about it? If the language of Actors Anonymous necessitates having to create a lie, to create new stories from, because people have their experience to fill in it. Which is why Divinity gave me the very radical, very misunderstood placements I did, so that when I had the Penelope times, I could have the strength to go within my ancestral shell and teach myself and be a woman who overcomes this rape for all other women. Because yes, we MF can. Because men should be humbling themselves to us for everything we go through. And the myth of Eve and the myth of the apple is why it's the year of the snake. Because this goes way, way, way beyond any of our knowledge of society and culture. This is true ancient, which is why it's a Mexican asteroid underneath Griffith. Because it's the myth of the reptiles underneath in the Templars. Because guess the F what? We are all Sonic Aries. And it is Taurus, the first daughter of H-Bix Neptune, that seeds us. So hopefully, as I'm releasing this karmic wealth, which is not taxes, because taxes is a perversion of the Illuminati and rapist culture that exploits at infinity and is the reason the wars like Netanyahu funds are happening and can be stopped. Hopefully, as I'm having the courage to be a hobbit right now and throw that undoing ring in the fire, baby. Because yes, we MF can graduate together. Yes, we can lift up and have greatness and stand up milk against injustice and let more Sojourner Truths in and let more Frederick Douglasses in. Yes, we MF can. Because trust, the snake of the actual ancestral deep Asiatic realms is communicating this through this right now. So hopefully, no more Scorpio energy has to be seated as we elevate into that new dimension. So let Gemini be crazy, because Gemini fully actualized is the craziest of all the signs. And then the most understanding of all the signs. Which is why, if you truly exhaust a Gemini's patience and understanding, woo, felicitacion, you're gonna find out the true meaning of the English word insensitive. And I mean the denotation of that word. Deuce fa, bitches. So thank you to the game and all that the long term make us through that vowel of a U to a bigger A together. Ascending. Because yes, we MF can. If it's a week of theater, we can rewrite it, right? Together. But it takes allowing women to mature, which is why Divinity gave me the placements of Gemini and Scorpio, because Gemini and Scorpio are the most misunderstood signs in their youth. Because Gemini is so crazy but understanding of everybody, and so very, very, very few people ever take the time to understand them back. And that's a wound they never forget. And Scorpio has to bear the burden of being the master of sex and death, and that's just heavy dark angel energy. So the true forgiveness, which is perverted in the Bible, and the exploitation of the colonial Illuminati, is just forgiving all of us for the sins of our youth as we're learning the lessons of who we are energetically. Because all of the signs after are just building upon initial energy and different reformulations of it. Which is why, even though he doesn't deserve it, if Liam wants to apologize to me, as long as he commits to leaving and delivering Fiona Apple in male form, I can forgive him if it means undoing all of his terrible war and freeing Palestine and the Congo and Ukraine and getting better funding and taking out all the bad actors, because we don't need to have this death teaching anymore. And I feel that just like I was willing to say, wow, Felicitacion, Donald Trump, I do not like you all as a person, but you are an outstanding actor. Even though Liam thinks that I am a fat, stupid, ugly bitch for not, doing the Penelope rape, Divinity knew that I was the Netanyahu of ancient India, and bitch, I already did this before. I fucked all the bitches. I killed all the bitches. I did all the drugs. I had all the money. All that matters is love, which is why I do nothing but speak truth and search love, because I had to come into this incarnation as a woman with that truth so I could communicate it to the masses. And I'm not afraid if this is my Nikola Tesla moment and nothing ever happens after it. I'm doing the right thing. I already bought my ticket to the next galaxy. So if you got a problem with it, then be a man and do something about it. Because I've been ready to go, son.